Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to SoulSpace podcast number 83. Whoop,
Woo.
whoop. Today, we're going to talk about loving yourself through gratitude. We're doing the love train this month, for Valentine's Day. And February is all about heart and love and all that jazz. So
Yeah.
keep a theme going.
And what better theme to really talk about than loving yourself?
Right. Yeah.
I
Most
mean,
important thing you can do
it
for
really
everybody
is.
in your whole life, right?
Absolutely. You need it for yourself, for your relationships, for, attracting the things that you want in your life. I
Hmm.
mean, loving yourself first is really one of the most, if not the most important step towards really moving forward in your life towards what you've been asking for.
Yeah, for healing all kinds of things that have happened in your life. To love yourself is really one of the most important things on that journey.
Mhm.
And it can be a process, but um, the more you work on it, the easier it gets, and the more the more things you'll notice in your life changing, right?
And what better gift could you give yourself during
Right.
this month of love
Yeah,
than
yeah.
to begin the process or continue the process or expedite the process
Hmm.
of learning to love yourself again?
Yeah. And in a lot of the chakra work I do, that is one of the chakras that's not talked about so much is the thymus chakra, and that's all about being of service to yourself and to others. But a lot of it, when people's thymus chakra is out of whack, it's because they don't put their self first ever. They're not taking their self, filling their self up and paying attention to what's going on within you before you're taking care of others and getting depleted, which as women, that's what happens to us a lot of times. We're taking care of everyone else instead of ourselves.
Yeah.
And it needs to be along with ourselves.
Yes,
So,
it's
yeah.
a two-way street, either which
Hmm.
way you go. And you can't give if you have nothing left to give. So
Right.
filling yourself up not only with rest and balance and the things that you love, but also filling yourself up with love for yourself.
Hmm.
And then love is the most powerful energy. It's super healing, and it's um, when you're radiating that love
Hmm.
out to others, that's so attractive as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, that's something that they're worried about is being able to attract somebody to love them.
Hmm.
But in order to attract that energy,
Yeah.
you need to be putting it out as well. And you
Yeah.
put that energy out by feeling love for yourself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was just talking about that with a client today. And it's so, so true. And she's noticing things about herself since she started healing that within her and loving herself more. So yeah, it's so cool to watch and to see that when people start to love their self. And we're going to talk about some mirror work today too. We kind of touched on that last
Yes.
time. And that is a really important thing to do for yourself.
Mhm.
And it's so much fun. I
It
mean,
is.
it's hard at first,
Yeah.
but once you get over that, once you get over yourself, then
Yeah.
it's really fun to do.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of people feel uncomfortable, like we talked about last
right.
week, when you start doing that kind of work.
Yeah.
But once you get into it, it is fun.
Yeah.
It is
And you
fun.
just have to know that you're a dork and you're okay with it. And I'm good with that because that's me. But
And it's another way to add a little fun into your life because
mhm,
talking to yourself, you can
right.
giggle a little bit about
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and that makes it a little bit more fun. And how uplifting is it to have a little giggle
Yeah.
in the morning
It
or
really
before you go to
is.
bed or
Yeah.
whatever, or even in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
if you're in the bathroom by yourself to be able to do a little bit of mirror work with yourself and giggle, and
Uh-huh.
then you go out and you're in a better mood,
Yeah. Yeah.
better point of attraction.
Yeah. For sure. It's fun. Okay, so let's talk about what you have something, a little something to read first or
Well,
talk. first.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit first, but I thought it would be cool to do a little exercise with everybody today.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about also gratitude and having gratitude for yourself. And that's another piece that can really help you to start to appreciate yourself, appreciate things about yourself, appreciate who you are now, so that you can continue moving forward in that way of loving yourself.
Yeah.
So gratitude, as we know, is super powerful. We talk about the book The Magic by Rhonda Byrne all the time, which is a book that I have here. We're going to do an exercise out of it later.
Yeah.
But the absolute power of gratitude and appreciation in the moment is super powerful. And so one of the things that you can do to really start that ball rolling and learning to love yourself again is to find those aspects that you appreciate about yourself. Find those things that you have gratitude about who you are. And that's one thing that I want to focus on today. I want to do a little exercise with you guys. So if you have pen and paper in front of you, perfect. Some people, like to take notes while they watch videos, and people don't. But if you don't have it in front of you, grab your phone, grab a piece of paper, pause this video so you can go grab that. We're going to do just a really short writing exercise.
Cool.
Okay, so now that you've got your pen and paper, I'm sure, or your phone, I write tons of notes in my phone all the time. I'm one of those people that does that. Tracy loves paper. I love my phone. Both are wonderful. I do love paper as well.
Yeah.
But what I want you to do is I want you to think about aspects of yourself that you appreciate. And I don't want you to think about physically. This one is going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
I want you to go a little bit more introspective. I want you to think about aspects of yourself, of your personality, of who you are, of aspects of your own heart. And I want you to put that on paper. I want you to do 5. And I want you to write, I appreciate blank about me. So I appreciate, or just I appreciate blank, but it's going to be about yourself. So I appreciate my kind heart. I appreciate how kind I am to children. I appreciate that I always think of others and their needs. I appreciate that I'm a caretaker. So I just want you to kind of think about, what is it about yourself that you can appreciate in this moment. And I just want you to take a couple minutes and write those things down. Since you're doing it on paper, I'll do it on my phone. We'll do it together. And, sometimes the first time you do one of these things, and if you've been with us for a while, you've done some exercises like this, so it might be easier for you. But if this is the first time you've ever done it, it might take you a minute to think of ideas. And you could even, if you struggle with it, Google, what are some things I could appreciate about my personality? What are some things I could appreciate about my heart? Or things like that. And I'm sure Google can help you, like, oh yeah, that's something that's good for me.
Right.
So feel free to use the tools that are at your disposal. I appreciate. Okay, so that should have given you enough time to write about 5 for yourself.
Mhm.
If you haven't, just pause the video and come back.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a little thing with this before we do get into the mirror work for today.
Okay,
Um, we're gonna do what Rhonda calls heart magic.
awesome.
And I love this. So if you have been with us for a bit, we did talk about the chapter on heart magic previously from the book The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. It looks like this. If you don't have it, my suggestion is to get one. It's such a wonderful book.
It's really life-changing.
Yes.
Especially the first time you go through it. And
Yeah.
if you've never done any work like that, it's amazing how much change you'll find in your life when you do it, isn't it?
It is.
It's unreal.
The first time is crazy, but what's crazy is every single time you go through it,
Right, yeah.
magic happens every single time.
Yeah,
It's
it does.
wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
And even doing
It's awesome.
one-off exercises
Yeah,
is amazing.
yeah. Just pick one a week or something to do. Yeah. And every time you do it, you'll have cool results, different results. So
Yes.
yeah,
I love it.
awesome.
So basically with heart magic, what you do is you focus your mind and your energy on your heart and the area around your heart or inside your heart, whatever works for you. And you feel that area. And then you say your appreciation statement out loud to yourself, really feeling it in your heart. So what it does is it expands the energy of that love and appreciation for yourself.
Mhm.
Because let's just give ourselves that gift today. Why not?
Right.
It takes it's gonna take us like 2 minutes maybe to do this tops.
Yeah, yeah,
Totally worth it.
it is.
And it
Yeah,
feels so good.
it does. Yeah, it'll change your whole evening by doing it, or your whole day by doing it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So we're gonna, I'll do the I appreciate, and we'll do this 5 times, and you just say your statement out loud, really feeling it in your heart for yourself. All right, so we'll do it together. I'll just say it 5 times and you finish with your sentence. All right, you ready? Okay, I want you to just take a deep breath and focus on your heart. Really feel that area, that center of your heart, where all the love sits. Now we're going to say our statements. I appreciate. I appreciate.
I appreciate. I appreciate. I appreciate.
We're going to do one more together. I appreciate that I love myself.
And something I like to do when I'm doing heart work like this is when I'm breathing in, I'm seeing light going in to my heart and just a brightness. And then when you exhale, you can exhale that light out.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a great tip. I love it.
Mhm. Yeah. Feels good.
Feels
Oh.
good.
Something I
All
like.
right. So not only did you say something that you appreciate about yourself, now you allowed yourself to not only say it out loud, but feel it.
Right.
And if you say something, you think it and you feel it with strong emotion, those things put a huge amount of energy out about that thing that you've been thinking about. And so you just sent out a huge amount of appreciation. Not only did you put it out for yourself, but you put it out into the world. And so that's going to start reflecting back to you.
Yeah, and remember we talk about the ripple effect a lot, how when you do things like this for yourself, it ripples out to everybody that you're around, and even if they don't notice it or what it is, they'll feel the energy go up or the vibe be a little more loving, or
It uplifts
yeah,
everything and everyone around you.
yeah, it really does. Yay.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, so that was a little fun exercise for you guys to do. You can do that at any time. The more that you put out there that you appreciate about yourself, the more things you'll find to appreciate about yourself. And that's a really big step in allowing yourself to love yourself more and more and more and see the positive aspects of who you are. And if you want to go into other areas, I just wanted us to really focus on who we are at our core. That you can find things to appreciate about yourself in all areas, who you are at work, who you are at home, who you are in your relationships. You can do things about your physical body, which is wonderful too, because you want to appreciate your physical body. It's a part of your health.
Yeah.
And loving yourself in all ways. And so feel free to use it and change it in whatever way that you want to.
Yeah.
But you always want to say, I appreciate, or I'm grateful for. I like appreciate because appreciate is now.
Yeah, I do too. And grateful feels like it's in the past, something that was in the past, which is good too. But if you appreciate, you're more in the now.
Right.
In the present moment.
Yeah. And that's why I say appreciate, because this is what I appreciate right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Good.
Awesome. Okay, anything else you want to say about that little section or what we talked about?
No, it feels good. And that's something you can, if you don't like to do a gratitude journal or something like that, you could do, things that you appreciate about yourself, or maybe pick a person each day and write down things that you would appreciate about them. So it's something a little bit different if you get bored with the same thing that you're writing in your journal every day. Right. If you journal, but
I love that. And
yeah,
when we talk about relationships, we're talking about the most important relationship, which is the one with yourself. But if you want to improve all of your relationships around you, thinking of all the positive aspects of those people, or as many as you can, really puts out that positive, loving energy into those relationships and improves those as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Good point, Tracy, as always. And what's super powerful is doing this these heart exercises, heart magic, with the appreciation combined with mirror work.
Yeah.
I mean, can you just see yourself saying these statements and really feeling them to yourself in the mirror?
Right.
How powerful is that? I mean, amazing. So try that.
Yeah.
You try it. It'll feel really weird at first, but you will really feel that shift.
You will. Yeah. And you'll become more confident in yourself, more loving towards yourself. It's just a super way to start the day.
I think I'm going to do that when I get home with the statements I wrote today.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Idea.
I'm like, now that that idea is in my head, I'm going to do it.
Yep. You can't go wrong.
Because I haven't done appreciation statements for myself in the mirror. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do that.
That's a good idea. Yep.
Love it. So do that later.
Yeah.
Today, we're also going to do, I mean, if that wasn't enough, I mean, there's so many good things today. But today we're going to do just a little section in The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. We're going to talk about day 27, which is the magic mirror. And this is such a great one. This is near the end of the book because it follows you through 28 days of gratitude and appreciation. So this is day 27. I'm on page 229 if you do have the book. I'm going to read it and we'll talk as we go like we always do. Quote, the appearance of things changes according to the emotions, and thus we see magic and beauty in them, while the magic and beauty are really in ourselves. Khalil Gibran, 1883 to 1931, poet and artist. You can spend the rest of your life running around trying to beat the outside world into the shape you want, chasing one problem after another, trying to fix them, complaining about situations or people, and never succeed in living your life to the fullest and realizing all of your dreams. But when you make the magic of gratitude your way of life, everything in that world around you magically changes. Just like that. Your world magically changes because you changed. So what you are attracting changed too.
Mhm. So true. Yeah. Um, yeah, was just talking about that with the client today.
Imagine.
Yeah, how it's so cool how synchronicities happen. But yeah, it's so true when you spend time working on yourself and you're changing. So many things come to you that you never could have imagined, and opportunities, people that you'll meet. It's just magical, really, what can happen when you spend some time loving yourself and starting out there rather than, trying to make someone else like you or whatever that is, trying to force the outer world to do what you think you want it to do.
Right.
When you just really need to work within.
Right. Because what you're putting out is what's reflected back
Mm-hmm.
from the world outside of yourself too.
Right.
And so think about that. Like if you are feeling joy on the inside,
Mm-hmm.
how many beautiful, joyful things that you can attract to yourself, whether
Yeah.
it's things or experiences or people.
Mm-hmm.
And so like we said last week, happiness, joy,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else is an inside job.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just
I wrote it
is.
down here. Love, joy, happiness. It's all an inside job. It's my note from last time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. So think
Yeah.
about that. I mean, it's your circumstances change because you change.
Right.
Your circumstances don't change just because they change because you change on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're putting out a different vibration. Like
Mm-hmm.
just like we talked about with all the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And gratitude, appreciation is such a high vibration. The more that you have that on the inside for yourself and for everything in your life, the more of those types of things you're attracting.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful process if
Yeah.
you allow yourself to begin it,
Mm-hmm.
which hopefully you have today with our exercises so far.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's never too late to start.
No.
Doesn't matter if you're 105 years old, start.
Yeah, today could be a better day. And tomorrow
Right.
could be even better than that. The
Yeah.
day after that could be better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Good.
Age is just a number anyway.
Yeah. True. It is.
All right. So continuing on. In the inspirational words of Gandhi and in the lyrics of Michael Jackson's song Man in the Mirror, which impacted hundreds of millions, one of the most powerful messages of all time was delivered. Change the person in the mirror and your world will change. If you have followed the 26 magical practices to this point, you have changed. And that's if you've been studying in this book the 26 days previous to this. And even though it is sometimes hard to see the changes in yourself, you will have felt the change in your happiness, and you will have seen the change of improved circumstances in your life and the magical changes in the world around you. You have practiced the magical power of gratitude for your family and friends, for your work, money, and health, for your dreams, and even for the people you come across each day. But the person who deserves your gratitude more than anyone else is you. When you are grateful to be the person in the mirror, feelings of dissatisfaction, discontentment, disappointment, or I'm not good enough completely disappear. And with them, every dissatisfying, discontenting, and disappointing circumstance in your life magically disappears too. Negative feelings about yourself cause the greatest damage to your life because they are more powerful than any feelings you have about anything or anyone else. Wherever you go and whatever you do, you take those negative feelings with you in every moment. And those feelings taint everything you touch, and they act as a magnet, attracting more dissatisfaction, discontentment, and disappointment with everything you do. When you are grateful to be you, you will only attract circumstances that make you feel even better about yourself. You have to be rich with good feelings about yourself to bring the riches of life to you. Gratitude for yourself enriches you. Whoever has gratitude for themselves will be given more, and he or she will have abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude for themselves, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. To do the magic mirror practice, go to a mirror right now. Why don't we do that right now?
Yeah.
Take us with you. Most of you have us on your phones. Take your phone with you and go to a mirror right now, or pick one up if you have a compact mirror or whatever, or a mirror in your car. You can, all of us have rear view mirrors.
Right. Don't do it when you're driving.
Yeah, maybe don't pull over if you're driving.
Yeah.
We do not suggest podcasting and driving. At least with us when we do exercise.
Yeah, you can listen, but
you can listen.
Do the exercise later.
Yeah. All right. So now that you're in front of a mirror, look directly at that person in the mirror and out loud say the magic words, "Thank you," with all of your heart. Mean it more than you ever have before. Say, "Thank you for being you." Say, "Thank you for everything that you are." Say thank you with at least the same amount of feeling you've used for everything and everyone else. Be grateful for you just as you are. So simple to just look at yourself and say thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. How much easier can it get?
Right?
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest mirror work I've ever seen.
Right. Yeah. And that's a good one if you haven't been able to say I love you to yourself in the mirror yet, say thank you. Start there. And that'll make it easier to move up to I love you.
Yeah. Say thank you for being you. Thank you for getting me through everything in my life. Thank you for, loving me for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one to start with.
All right, so we're going to continue. Continue with the magic mirror practice by being grateful to that beautiful person in the mirror for the rest of the day today, and say the magic words, "Thank you," every time you look at yourself in a mirror. If you're not in a position to say the magic words out loud at any particular time, then you can say them in your mind. And if you're really brave, you can look in the magic mirror and say 3 things about yourself that you're grateful for.
That's good.
Which we've already done 5.
Yeah.
So
go
now
back to your appreciation list.
Grab your list and say it to yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Just like we talked about. If for any reason in the future you are not being kind to yourself, you will know to give to the one person who deserves your gratitude more than anyone else, the person in the mirror. When you're grateful, you don't blame yourself when you make a mistake. When you're grateful, you don't criticize yourself for not being perfect. When you're grateful for being you, you are happy, and you will become a magnet to happy people, happy situations, and magical circumstances, which will surround you wherever you go and in whatever you do. When you can see the magic in that person in the mirror, your whole world will change.
So good. Yeah. Yeah. That's really good. And it couldn't be a better time to do it. When is now the right time, right? Do you hear that?
Now is always the right time.
Now is always the right time. So, just try it. See what happens. See how you feel. And let us know. We want to hear your comments and how you feel doing it. What did you like about it? If it was hard, sometimes it is.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Or maybe you'll find it's even easier than you thought it was going to be.
Right. Maybe you're scared to do it, but really it's going to be easy for you.
Yeah. And you'll be like, oh, wow, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And that actually feels pretty good.
Right.
You never know.
Yeah.
Right. You never know till you try it.
Yeah.
You never know till you do it a couple times. The first time you do it, always feels kind of strange.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say
Yeah.
some people find it super weird. Some people are like, oh, this is okay. But it always feels a little bit strange at first. So do it a couple times.
Yeah.
Do it a couple days in a row.
Right.
You know, you can use the same statements that you just made today, or you can add to it, or you can write new ones every day.
Yeah. And you know, you can lock yourself in the bathroom so no one can come in when you're doing it and you feel weird.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Pretty soon you'll be doing it every time you walk past a mirror.
Yeah, you'd be like,
So,
I
hey.
like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun.
Make
Yeah.
you giggle to yourself, and
Yeah.
then it increases your point of attraction and your happiness.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good way to, I mean, it's serious work, but it's a good way to lighten things up too, when you can get that humor about it, you know, after you've done it for a while and
Right.
and it's easy for you. You
Right.
can learn to not take life so seriously and laugh at yourself.
Right, because you're not in a workshop setting, you're by yourself, right?
Right.
So it's the perfect opportunity to just allow yourself to open up to do something new.
Yeah.
Because if you do the same thing over and over again, you're going to keep getting the same results.
Yeah.
So in order to get new results, try
Gotta do
something
something
new.
different. Yeah. Yeah. So play along with us and do it. Right.
Yes, we just did a whole bunch of stuff together.
Yeah.
So why not, you know, take it one step further and do a little bit on your own.
Yeah.
And if you don't have your writing with you, you can't remember what you said, just make something up.
Yeah, there's plenty there to be appreciative of for yourself and to love about yourself. So just do it. Let it flow off your tongue and keep saying it.
And pretty soon you're going to be in front of the mirror doing a rampage of appreciation every morning.
Right.
And your family's going to be like, what happened to them? But they're so happy. I don't care that they're talking to themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Maybe they'll even play along. Kids love this kind of stuff.
Kids are so good at this kind of thing. And if we would start our kids out doing this when they're young, they'll grow into the most amazing adults, even though they do anyway, they'll get there, but it'll be such an easier, they'll have a much more stable emotional life when they're teenagers. If we could do this, start them out
A sense of
early.
confidence.
Yeah.
And care and love for themselves.
Right.
It really can make such a huge difference.
Yeah.
You know, teenagers and mirror work are two things that should go together more.
They should. Yeah. 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 They should teach this stuff in school.
They should. Maybe we should create a workshop for schools.
Yeah. Yeah. Good idea.
Why not? I mean, that's been the majority of my focus and concentration for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
Right. Yeah. Emotional wellness and mental wellness is so prevalent today. And so many people are struggling with things that this kind of thing is so easy to do, but you just don't know about it sometimes.
Right.
And that's our job.
What can I do? People ask, what can I do?
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that we're here to show you, well, what can you do? We can show you some things that you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make your life easier, make it more fun, you know, and things that'll improve your circumstances.
Right. Exactly. So where can we find you, Carissa? On the interwebs.
Interwebs? People love that word. I hate that word so much. I love it. I've always been a little rebellious that way. Anyway, you can find me at Light of Hope Healing on Facebook. You can also find us on Facebook together at Our SoulSpace. And you can find me on YouTube at SoulSpace Podcast. I have a YouTube channel, but there's really nothing on it yet. So it'll be at Light of Hope Healing on YouTube when I get some stuff on there. I mean, you know, one step at a time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Podcast first.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on my website. So when that's up, then I'll keep telling you guys about it. And then Tracy, where can people find you?
I'm at inspiredsignals.com. And I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, but I haven't been very active lately, getting back in there. My YouTube channel has some good freedom release work on there. Continuing to upload things on there, videos, and I'll be making new ones. So, but everything's on my website. You can find all my links there.
Awesome. You know what I was
Yeah.
thinking about while you were talking about that, about freedom release?
Yeah.
So we love freedom release method. Check out our other podcasts on that. It's such an amazing technique. It works wonderfully. You could use these statements that we did today about
Absolutely.
appreciation for yourself and use freedom release method on it, and then also use them as fill-ups.
Yeah,
And it would be such a powerful technique. So,
really is. Or even tapping you could do.
ooh,
Tapping
yes,
on
it'd be great for
appreciate.
tapping too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know, there's so many different ways to use energy work and different kinds of energy work. And it all works so well together if you would just use it. And so many things are easy to do and you can do them on your own. Just search up a video, or, you know, you write some stuff down that you've been going through and do some freedom release. You just plug in your words in the statements, and it's so easy to do. And
So easy.
you know, we carry around a toolbox of things that we know how to do and don't use them a lot of times, but that's another reason we're here. So you will start to use those things that you learn throughout your life and make life easier on yourself.
Use the tools.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're there for. And most of the things that we give you, you can do without any equipment whatsoever. All you need is your mind.
Yeah.
And be able to breathe.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you do those two things, which everybody who's physically alive is able to do those two things.
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't have a problem with that.
And you know, it's, if you have trouble taking deep breaths, take as deep a breath as you can.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing.
Right.
Don't wait for it to be perfect or you'll never do it.
Right.
Just give it a
dive
shot.
in.
Just go do it.
Yeah.
Try these things.
Yeah.
Make your life more amazing today than it was yesterday.
Yeah. That's all there is to it. All right. Well, we will see you again next week, and we hope you have an amazing rest of your day.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.